चार्ज को लिखते रहे।
Good morning everyone. I am feeling very privileged to be here among you, and I am very thankful to our principal sir who offered me a precious opportunity to elaborate a very important topic, that is Bloom's taxonomy, and I will try my best to elaborate this taxonomy to all of you. And we need to understand that how it will be implemented in our day-to-day classes, and how a child intake knowledge, how he behaves, and how we can judge, because we know that different children have different ability. We cannot scale everyone on the same, with the same parameter. So we need to understand that there is a difference between the ability among the children. Some children are very good and some are not. So we need to understand the process of learning. One very important topic is learning objective. This topic is widespread in the world of education, and what a learning objective is, I wish to explain it. Whatever we teach in the classroom and whatever we do in our life, there's a target, there's a goal. Without goal or without target, nothing should be done. So at the end of the class, we expect that whatever we teach or whatever we taught in the classroom, at the end of the class, a student should be able to answer, should be able to understand the topic taught in the class. That is all about the learning objective. And we try to bring out maximum or optimum level of learning. It is also a term called minimum level of learning. Minimum level of learning, what is that? That we cannot expect that whatever we teach, the 100% will be taken by the student. But there should be a measurement up to what level we are able to deliver, or we are able to make them understand. It depends upon the teacher, how he or she makes the class conducive for learning. So going forward to Bloom's, I will introduce you to the introduction. Bloom's taxonomy has been given by Benjamin Bloom. Let's try to understand the term. What do you mean by taxonomy? Taxonomy, as we know, that it comes from a Greek word. There is a two-word combination. One is taxis, this means arrangement, and second one is nomos, that is science. It means that the science of arrangement, a set of classification principles or structures and domains implemented. So what do you mean by taxonomy? Taxonomy is a classification. What kind of classification? It will, let's something about the Bloom's. Bloom's full name is Benjamin Bloom. In the year 1956, he gave us this taxonomy, and he was a Jewish psychologist. And not only Bloom's were there was a team of psychologists like Engelhardt and Daves. There were many in that group. But we know especially about Bloom, and it was known for that because this contribution was optimum. And it was a theory of mastery learning. And as we study Bloom's again revised in 2001 by Lauren Anderson. So original taxonomy was given by Benjamin Bloom in 1956 and the revised taxonomy, it was given by Lauren Anderson in 2001, and this is all about the people who were there along with Bloom, Max Engelhardt, Edward First, Walter Hill, and David Cathold. Taxonomy education objectives, this framework has been applied by generations of teachers and college instructors in their teaching. So we learn how to apply it. There are, especially in this, there are three domains. We study about a domain. Domain means the area, the region that should be covered while teaching. So three domains are main domains we will study here. We can, and this is a very famous quote that creativity follows mastery. So mastery of skills is the first priority for young talent. So it's never important that how much degree you have pursued. How many degrees you have pursued in your life, it always matters how much knowledge you have and the way you can impart knowledge among the children. So it's very important to have a good methodology to impart knowledge among the children. It never depends that how much degree you have grabbed, you have back in your life. So here again some definitions. There are Bloom's taxonomy, the classification system used to define and distinguish different levels of human cognition, that is thinking, learning and understanding. How a child thinks, how he learns, how he understands. Education is very important in terms of assessing and identifying the intellectual level at which individual students are capable of working. So at the end of the day, what we do, we evaluate a child. It can be done in the form of periodic assessment, in the form of terminal exams, and how it comes to education aims to unearth our critical thinking skills so that we can better understand our environment and take decisions that will make it a better place intellectually. It is therefore imperative for students to be asked questions as well as create instructions. So according to NCF 2005, it is clearly mentioned that we have to keep the children away from rote learning. We are not going to make them rote or cram. So we have to work upon the life skills, like thinking skills. How to make a child able how to solve his or her problem herself. So it always said in the NCF 2005 that learning by doing. Okay? Learning by doing. We will not learn by reading. The moment you are reading in the classroom, the students, they are not taking interest. So make them work. Make them engage somewhere. Make the classroom child-centered. Don't be a lecturer, don't be like a dictator. So it is, and it also that are aimed at improving the critical thinking skills of students in order to enable them reach the top three levels of analysis, synthesis and evaluation as applicable from the Bloom's taxonomy. So whenever we go to the, and this is the purpose all about, what is the purpose? We should think about the purpose every time. The purpose of Bloom's taxonomy is to help educators to inform or guide the development of assessment, test and other evaluations of student learning, curriculum, units, lessons, projects and other learning activities and instruction methods such as questioning strategies. So there are various ways. So how a teacher begins a lesson? There are many methods, like we always should start the lesson with a brainstorm. And one more point is there in NCF 2005 that we must connect a child with their own environment. If I am studying about a person who is there in their character, So we should relate him or her in his or her personal life so that we can link them to their personal life and we can tell them that this is the importance of this chapter. What do we do every day? So it's very important to learn that how to cope up with all the situations that will come across in our life. So this is a picture. As we say that a picture says 1,000 words. And picture has a very important, if we have idea, some idea comes in our brain, it becomes a dream, then we start chasing and ultimately we succeed. And the below three domains are there: cognitive, affective and psychomotor. Cognitive we can take as 3H, is head, heart and hand. So this domain will be discussed in the upcoming session, and we will go through the cognitive domain, and there are some domains. And this is a very important for all. This is Jean Piaget's learning stages. There are SPCF. You can learn these stages like SPCF, sensory, motor, pre-operational, complete operation and formal operation. How a child starts learning? Birth to 2 years, sensory motor, whatever a child does, it is done by the senses, the 5 sense organs. And then comes to the pre-operational stage, 2 to 7 years. It is a different topic. I included it because it will help you to understand the stages of children whose brain develops. If I ask a nursery student, a class 10, can he or she be able to do it? Never. You cannot expect. Because the development of brain, it is a sequence. We cannot expect a class 1 child to learn or mug up the table of 25 or 30 or 26. So we need to understand what should be the stages, what should be the level of questions. This all will be discussed in the Bloom's taxonomy. What should be the, if you are asking some question, what is the way of making questions? What type of questions should be made for the children of class 1, class 2, class 3, class 10. So the level of questions, it is all about the Bloom's taxonomy. What we study in Bloom's taxonomy, if you can say in a single sentence that we learn and know how to evaluate on the basis of some questions. Like if I say define noun. Define noun, who can answer? Everyone can answer because it's all about marking up. He has wrote everything that noun is the name of a person, place or thing. So it's all about we need to know that define noun. Whether the child is able to identify the names around him or her, whether he knows that everything has a name. We cannot expect a child of class 1. We can expect a child from class 5, 6. He can explain it. If I ask, tell me 50 names. That is all about noun. So it will come under. And this is a very beautiful picture. It's all about the psychomotor. Psychomotor means how our physical movement is there. In learning, why it is called learning by doing? Why it is called that games are very important in life? Why it is called that we should always go for outdoor sports and games? So here are the 3 types of learning. There are 3 types of learning. There is more than one type of learning. A committee of college led by Benjamin Bloom in 1956 identified 3 domains of educational activities. This is all about that domain that we are going to explain. First is cognitive, related to the mental skills. knowledge. Second one is affective domain, that is growth in feelings or emotion signals. And third one is psychomotor, manual or physical skills. So, in order to teach, how a teacher is very popular, how a teacher becomes very popular among the children. It's not about only the teaching style, it's all about their behavior. If a student is linked with you, it's not about the teaching style, right? So we cannot make a child a robot. So he or she, we all are human beings, or we all have some feelings, some emotions. If you are able to connect with the emotions of the children, then they will be free. They will be feeling free to come to you and share his or her problems. Only the teacher has only not a job of teaching. If a child is crying in the classroom, for example, if a child is crying in the classroom and nobody is asking that what happened. If a child understands that teacher is very good, he understands my problem, he solves my problem, sometimes what happens, a child will come to you and he or she will tell you that I am very disturbed by this child. So some teachers will entertain, some teachers will not entertain. And you are also very bad, you must have misbehaved with me. So we start blaming. So the thing is that in affective domain we will study how the feelings and emotions will be controlled, how it develops. Right? How we can, because only teaching is not a thing. We are in 21st century skills we should connect the child with emotion and feelings. Right? So only teaching is not our job is to connect them with emotions and feelings. If you will be able to solve his or her problem, then he will be free to ask questions. So we need to make a child free to ask questions. He or she does not ask questions because he or she feels very scared. Because of your appearance also. Because of your behavior also. Because whenever he or she comes to you, you start scolding. Okay? So here domains of learning is a pictorial description, like in cognitive domain. What happens? We have thoughts, thinking, an example, memorizing, reasoning, affective domain of what we did told emotions, feelings, it is appreciation, motivation. So we need to reinforce the child. There are two types of reinforcement. One is positive, another is negative. If a child solves a sum in mathematics, he or she comes to you and so, and the sum is completely correct. So you should reinforce him. You should encourage him or her. Very good. You remark. Always the copy. Very good. Well done. Or you give some toffee. That this boy has done this sum correctly, so he or she is rewarded. So this reward system we should go for. And next is psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain means we should understand always motor. Whenever you find the word motor, you should understand it's related to your body part. Like soft motor skill. You might have heard this word, soft motor skill. Right? Have you heard? Soft motor skill. Soft motor skill means how a child uses his finger to write. There are two motor skills. One is soft motor skills, and the next one is that is called major motor skill. Okay? Concrete motor skill. Concrete motor skill means when you hold something. When you can hold a ball, pen. So we need to to make a child practice to write, how handwriting will improve? How handwriting will improve? We have to make them learn how to hold a pencil. You might have seen many students, they have different style of holding pencils. And we think that it is uncomfortable way of holding pencil. And how he or she writes. So in the beginning, we should make them learn how to hold a pencil. As we learn how to hold a mouse. When you learn computer for the first time, a computer teacher must teach you how to hold a mouse. So that you can click, right click, left click and scroll. So there should be a proper placing. So it is all about the like typing, playing. Is it clear? Any confusion? So we are going to study about we are going into the domains now. Now there are 6 domains under cognitive subdomains. There are subdomains under cognitive domain. First is remember, and it is, you should understand, it is, there are 2 types of cognitive levels. This is the old one. It is the original one, which was developed in the year 1956 by Benjamin Bloom. We will differentiate between the old and revised. In the next slides it will come. So first is remember, second is understand, third one is apply, fourth is analyze, evaluate and create. Okay? I think it's a new one because in the new subdomains, create comes at the top. Right? So it will the remember, understand and apply, analyze, evaluate, create. These are the subdomains, and within these subdomains there are some HOTS and LOTS. HOTS, you might have heard this word HOTS. Higher order thinking skills. So the below 3, analyze, evaluate and create, it comes under HOTS, higher level thinking skill. And the upper 3, that is remember, understand and apply, it comes under LOTS, lower order thinking skills. So this is the differentiation. How in the year 1956 it was developed by Benjamin Bloom along with some other psychologists, and in the year 2001 by Lauren Anderson, who developed these stages. You can see the first one has been replaced. In the older one we have knowledge in the bottom and it was in the noun form. You should understand that a single word has at least 2 forms. One is noun, one is verb. Like if you say that I drink water, it means water is here, noun. And if I say a gardener is watering the plant, that water becomes a verb. So here knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis and evaluation, these are all a noun and it becomes in the verb form. We can also say remember as remembering. Somewhere we will find remember as remembering, and understand as understanding, apply as applying, analyze as analyzing, evaluate is evaluating, and the last one is create, that is creating. And we should understand that the synthesis which is create in the new one, it went up. Okay. When it was in the 5th stage it was synthesis, and in the revised taxonomy it goes up to the top. So we should understand evaluation, it came below create. What meaning synthesis or create? Both are same. There is a difference between noun and verb. Okay? So these are some verbs. So what is the significance of these verbs? Like we talk about the remembering. Remembering means copying. Remembering is for the children who does not understand. Like a nursery child, a child of nursery class, he learns a rhyme. Does he or she understand the meaning? No. Does not understand the meaning. Because he has crammed. He has crammed it. He has just imitated. So copying, and this is defining. If I ask a child of class 1 or 2, what is noun? Everyone will raise hand. Noun is an any word. If you ask him, tell me 10 nouns. So he or she might not be able to answer. Because he or she has not learned. So we need to understand the level of the child. We cannot make a child learn table of 19 to class 2 or 1. Might be some students are talented, some students can learn up to 20 also in class 2. It depends upon the ability, the practice. So there are some exceptional situations. But we need to, if we have 50 students in our class, then we cannot think only 10 students who are talented. We should think about the students who are at the bottom. Right or wrong? We are here to care all the children. We cannot take and you show your copy, because I know that Divya can do it. So I will ask her also, who is not able to answer, who is not able to ask, who is not able to solve. So what hers needs, how we will improve, what we can do as a teacher. Everything is there in Bloom's taxonomy. The moment you are attached with the children mentally or emotionally, you will start saying these are our problems. Because at home they might not get any care, so busy. They have given the child to the tuition. Now this is the headache of the tuition tutor. He will take care of everything. I will see only result. So many words are there, like coping, defining, finding, locating, questioning. A child is very talented in 21st century. If you don't know how to slow or fast the speed of video in YouTube, but a child from nursery will tell you. Not tell you the story. Right? So there are many words like in understanding, annotating, tweeting, associating, tagging. Annotating is all about the speaking skill. Tagging, summarizing, relating, categorizing, many are there. In applying, acting out, we will all discuss here. Articulate, reenact, loading, choosing, determining, displaying. Articulate means how you arrange things. Acting out, like analyzing means calculate. We will discuss all the stages one by one. Like evaluating, there are arguing, validating. Maybe when we go up to class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we have a topic in writing, that is debate, speech. We make the child how to speak on the stage. After that, creating, blogging, building. These are some high order skills. Creating means you are creating something new. Like William Harvey discovered blood circulation. Thomas Alva Edison invented bulb. So this is the topic, creating, in the revised taxonomy. And this is the hierarchy. Hierarchy means levels. As we have discussed, this is the old one, which was discussed, developed by Benjamin Bloom's in 1926, knowledge comprehension. Knowledge means recall couple of information because means you remember you have just make the child wrote like M table. M table if a child learns or marks up. So in upper level he just in the beginning what he does, what he or she does, he marks up. When he goes up to the level, he started adding up, repeating add up. So he develops some techniques, right or wrong? In the beginning, I made him learn 2 to 2 on the 2, 2 to the 4, 2 to the 6. He marks up. In the upper level, when he goes to the upper classes, he develops a technique. Now he stops learning. He develops a technique that if 2 to the 6 means you have to add 2 3 times. We make the child learn, if you have learned 2 table of 2, you can learn the table of 3 also. If you are not able to say 2 8s are, or if you are not able to say 8 2s are, then you can say 2 8s are. Both will give you the same result. So, stage wise, knowledge means a child has only marked up. He does not understand, he does not know any technique. Understanding level, when he goes up to understanding level, he develops a technique. Now he stopped learning, stopped marking up. And applying means what is the application of M table? Multiplication, solving word problems. So these are some verbs that we see in some questions. Application, applying. What can we say? I explained earlier. If we have marked up M table, where it should be applied. Application involves using acquired knowledge to solve problems. Acquired knowledge, whatever knowledge you have acquired, you have gained. Suppose you have marked up, you have made your child mark up for M table. Now you are there to make him learn multiplication or division. You ask me if you have 10 pens and you have to divide among 5 children. So how much you will give, how many you will give to one child? Oral questions is there. So only pen and paper do not play a role. We have to make them think. Don't make them write. Just asking. Suppose you have 10 pens and you have to distribute among 5 of your friends. So one of your friend will get how many? So we should go for this kind of activity in mathematics and English. If you see there, you can ask them to now tell me names of 10 things in your classroom. Now the student will take interest, they will start searching what is the name. There are many things, even whatever they have worn, like tie, blazer, shirt, pants, skirt, these are all names. So we can make them learn like this. Apply, they are applying, they have learned now they are applying. Application. So we should never confine a student in the book itself. We should make them out beyond the book. Because bookish things, or if you make a child bookish, he will always search from the book. If there are 3 examples of a noun in his book, and I am asking 10 examples, then where will he get it? He will be confused. After मैं नहीं पढ़ाई, just answer plan. That means he has not attained up to the application level. And you should understand that child has not attained, not reached up to the application level. He is not able to apply. Are you getting or not? He is not able to apply that I have learned noun is name, naming word. And in this entire world, everything has a name, whether I know or not. In this entire world, there are many things, and everything has a name. And it depends upon our knowledge whether I know or I don't know. So they should be encouraged, they should be told, go and write 50 nouns. nouns. They will be saying, 50 nouns answering. They will be surprised. They can write, tell him. Write the name of bench, chair, pen, pencil, eraser, monitor, CPU. These are all nouns. What is the problem? You can write up to 500 nouns. So we should encourage in application level. If a child is not able to apply his knowledge, that means he or she has not attained up to the application level. So how to help him to reach up to this level? This depends upon us. How we are able to make him understand what is a noun. Because I have not made him only mark up the naming noun is a naming word, and these are some examples which is given in your book. So these are some application. Next. Analyzing or analysis. Analysis, you can understand analysis means what? Like you have organized a program in your house, and after the post program you have said with your parents, you are discussing about how much money was spent, what was the arrangement, how was the arrangement, what was lacking, where the person was not happy. So we are analyzing. So if a child attains this level, that means he is able to make decision, he is able to give you his view. Analysis involves examining and breaking information into component parts, determining how the parts relate to one another, identifying motives or causes. Like if I ask him, tell me the causes of pollution. What are the reasons? What are the reasons of pollution? Then what happens? A child will go through the book. He will find, he will search, he will browse the pages. So we should not make them a robot. That every time he will go through the book, we just have to make them think. Pollution is what? Have you understood or not? Pollution is a mixture of undesirable material into the air, or water, or land. If I am asking you what are the causes, you can think there are smoke coming out from the vehicles. So we should not confine a student in the book itself, we should bring them out of the book. Book is there for your support, for your material, but it's not the ultimate resource. Resource is your surrounding. So we need to understand, your surrounding is the most vital resource. And making inferences. Inferences means how, like a question infer. Infer means how you feel, how you can make sense. Because rote learning always should be avoided. That is why we arrange some internal questions. We avoid exercise questions, because what happens, the child will start bugging up. And in online system, this is a big problem. If you give questions from your book, you don't make any alter in your question, that the student will get an opportunity to do that. You cannot do anything. So this is the 21st century skills are there. Analysis of arguments, analysis of relationship, analysis of organization, example, compare and contrast 4 ways of serving food made with apples and examine which one have the highest health benefits. Some lengthy questions is there. Question is lengthy. You can tell them to just compare noun and pronoun. Compare it, noun and pronoun. Compare vegetable and food. Compare between herbivore and carnivore. Compare anything among or between two. Verbs are like break down, focus, categorize, illustrate, classify. You might have seen some words are repeating here, like illustrate was also there in previous level. Diagram, research, differentiate. Like we give a question in biology to label the diagram. heart, where is liver. So this questions comes under analysis that they have studied and now they are analyzing. That oh, this part should be called as liver, this part should be called as stomach, pancreas, and what are the parts of that particular. So this type of diagrammatic questions should be given to which level of classes. You should understand before framing a question for the evaluation or assessment for the children. After that evaluation involves presenting and defending opinions by making judgment about information, the validity of ideas, the quality of work based on set of criteria. Its characteristics include judgments in terms and how we will evaluate. Apply is different thing. Evaluate means different thing. Evaluate means when you are going to assess, judge, give your judgment. Suppose I have taught something in my class and some student found that the thought I taught it was wrong. That means they are able to evaluate. Right? They are able to judge. नहीं गूगल में तो सर ये दिया हुआ आंसर हम ये बता रहे हैं. So they are able to, because they have attained up to this level. Okay? Evaluating, they are able to present. If I say a student that you have to, the moment I say a student you have to prepare for a speech, then what the student do? What does? It might be that he started searching some good speeches in Google and he will copy it and start mugging up. And now we need not to make them mug up. This is the question. How to avoid them from rote learning? If they are at home, we cannot do anything. They will do it. How to make them? So we need to encourage them to speak, to use some vocabulary, to learn some good ways of learning tenses. Okay. There are some words out there like the font color is very dangerous. Okay, next. And this is the last stage. Last stage is synthesis. Synthesis means I have told you that I missed the word, I have found the word ripen. I was telling something else. Ripen. The fruit has ripened. Now it is ready to be plucked. Now you have developed something new. Like I encourage the children to write a poem. I will tell you the rhyme scheme, and on the basis of rhyme scheme you should write a poem. And you should not copy from anywhere. So if and all the previous stages, he will cross and he will come up to this level. Because he cannot do directly anything. Improving handwriting is not an easy task. If I say a student improve your handwriting, then how long he will take to improve his or her handwriting? It depends upon the student. We can tell them, go and buy a full-line copy and start practicing. Go and buy a cursive writing, practice and practice it day and night. So, production of unique communication, production of a plan or proposed set of operations, the derivation of a set of abstract relations. Abstract came now, abstract. That means these are the thoughts, higher order thinking skill. Some thoughts questions are there, you might have seen in the book, where the student has to think. The thing which is asked in the question is not there in the lesson. It's not exactly there in the lesson. They have to create some ideas to answer those questions. So these are not available. These are not discussed in the lesson because it is thoughts. The higher order thinking skill that needs your critical thinking. Critical thinking means problem solving, critical thinking. These are some life skills that we teach some students. How they solve their problem, how they manage their emotions. A person always cries. If you say something, he starts crying. He or she starts crying. That means he is not able to control emotions and feelings. That is why he starts crying. So, emotion control. Production of unique communication, production of a plan, a proposed state of operation, derivation of state of expectations. So after this, there is a quiz here. There are 4 questions on the basis of whatever we learned in cognitive domain. Are you ready? Yes. God will calculate, there is no punishment here. We all are teachers. And Rome was not built overnight. It is a very popular saying. Rome was not built overnight. If we need something, then we need to study, we need to explore. So next slide will come some question. Question number 1 will come here. A teacher writes an instructional objective. Instructional objective in simple word I can tell you. Instructional objective means some question. Right, some question for evaluation. So a teacher writes an instructional objective and by the end of this lesson the student will be able to use verbs in their sentences. That means we have taught verb today. Now what do you expect from your children? You expect that at the end of the class a child, everyone should be able to explain what is the verb he or she should identify. If I tell him a sentence that Ram goes to school, and if I ask him, tell me which word is the verb. If he or she is able to reply that goes is the verb, that means you have reached up to the minimum level of learning. That means your learning objective has been achieved. Or it might be that some more students are not able to answer. That means they are not attained up to this level. So there are some domain or level of learning in which the objective will fall. Options are knowledge, comprehension, analysis, application. Now you have to catch the word huge. You have to look into the word. In a question, you have to catch the word huge. Huge means they are able to use. That means application. Right? What I told you, they are able to use verbs in their sentences. That means they are able to apply. You have taught them verbs. Now they are able to apply in the sentences. That means they have reached up to the application level. So the answer is application. Next question. Which domain is not included in Bloom's taxonomy? You can identify very easily. There are 3 domains. Locomotor, it is obviously very easy question. And what? The next question is, a child is able to tell that a dog is a living thing. Dog is a living thing and the plant is a non-living thing. Which learning objective is going to be achieved by this statement? What do you think?
Option B.
Analysis, it is very upper level.
Understanding.
So it always confusion between analysis and comprehension. You should understand that living and non-living thing. This topic should come in which class? Class 9, 8 or lower class? Lower class they are not able to analyze. Comprehension. So by seeing the question you should understand this is the question, what is the level of the question and what a child can do, whether he is able to analyze or not. A child of 1 or 2 they are not able to analyze. So this will come under comprehension or understanding level. So the last question is, a child is able to make the right decision after thinking. What kind of learning objective is this? He is able to make decision.
Evaluation.
Yes, evaluation. This is a question evaluation. That means he is able to make decision. He is able to tell you, no sir, this is not correct. Please teach us correct things. So these are some questions that were there. You will move to the next level. There is almost one more question in there. The question, how would you prove that the earth is round or not, is based on the mass objective. If I give this question and this question is up to which class level? How would you prove that the earth is round or not? Higher level?
Yes.
So it will come under? It will not come under synthesis because there is nothing to create. Earth is already there. So it is, if analysis is not there, what do you think? This question is what sort of actual thing?
Comprehension is not actually.
Say, whatever you have to prove, what will you do? Suppose you have to prove that the angle of semicircle is 90 degrees. Then you must have to apply some theorem. In order to prove that earth is round, we are going to apply some theorem, some thesis, some axioms. That will come under application. Okay? Now this is the end of the question answer. Move to the next session, next question. Next domain. I hope I am able to make you understand the first domain somehow. So the next domain is affective domain. Affective domain is all about related to your heart. As I told you, the three domains you can learn by 3H: head, heart, and hand. Head comes under cognitive. Now this is all about the heart. Heart means your heart, means your emotions, your feelings. So moreover, whatever you teach in your class from your textbook, at the end of the day, a student always judges your behavior. And as per your behavior, he approaches you, he or she. If you are very, insensitive, you are very, you always scold. Due to your good behavior, the student will not approach you for any problem. If I behave very rough, then he or she will never ask any question. He or she will never come to you to tell or share anything which he or she faces in the class. Only teaching does not happen in the class, many things happens. So how a child develops emotionally. In this domain we will learn how a child develops emotionally. How he develops in terms of feelings, how his feelings develop, how he able to understand his feelings. So there are some sub-domains also, like affective development. And what kind of development or emotional development are there? Like social emotional development. Social development means how much your child socializes with others. A child is very self-centered, egoist. He or she does not want to mingle with others. He or she does not want to talk to others because he is not socialized. We must make our children socialize. Emotional development, how you feel about things. If something happens to you, how you feel, how you express your feelings. If I have been scolded, I will cry. If I have been scolded, I will complain. If I have been beaten by our teacher, I will complain to the principal, to my parents, to everywhere. If I understand, I will not complain. So, the level. If a child of class 1, he does not understand why he has been beaten, why he has been scolded, because he has done some mess up in the class. But he or she does not understand what is my mistake. So in this domain we will understand how a child develops its emotional skills. how you interact with others. If I have to tell something to the principal or to my colleague, then how I will approach? What should be our approach? So this is a very important skill that should be developed in the children because they should know what to be done or not. And this is very important in terms in the field of learning that how are you able to control yourself. Sometimes we lose our temper in the class because we are not able to tolerate. Right? Next. So this is the hierarchy of the second domain. First is receiving. Second one is responding, valuing, organizing and characterization. Characterization is also known as internalization. Right? So we will discuss one by one. Receiving. Receiving it is actually there are many hierarchy given by many psychologists. This hierarchy is given by Day, one of the most popular psychologists who work with Bloom's, Benjamin Bloom's, and it is given by Day, one of the most popular psychologists, and we will understand how a child reaches up to receiving, now responding, valuing, organization and characterization. Now receiving. Receiving is what? How can you make the environment of a classroom conducive for learning? The moment you enter into the classroom, you should not all of a sudden start. You should understand the mood of the students. Are they ready to intake your knowledge? Are they ready to study? We do not think about it because our duty is to teach. So we need to sense whether the students are ready to grasp, ready to study or not. That means they are ready to receive or not. Suppose many students are not attentive. You are teaching something and many students are doing something else. Suddenly you will ask, so he will be scared and he will not be able to answer because he was not attentive, because he has not reached up to the receiving level. He is not ready to receive. That means the lowest level the student passively pays attention without this level. Non-learning can occur. Receiving is about student memory and recognition as well. That means how to make a child attentive, how to make a child reach up to this level. Receive means whether he or she is able to receive or not, whatever you are going to give. So it is all about the attention. Attending the learning session, be aware of what knowledge is being imparted. What is being taught in the class to the students, the children, they are aware of. That means they are receiving. They are in this stage. And be willing to hear. They are willing to hear. They maintain silence in the classroom. And they are able to receive your whatever teachings you have there in the classroom. Be willing to hear, receive the knowledge that is being imparted. Example, listen to and to be aware of the names of newly introduced participants. Suppose you are going to announce some notice. Should be paying attention to hear. That means they are able to receive. So it depends upon us how to make them reach up to this level. Receiving. Clear? Now responding. Responding means whatever the topic you have taught in the classroom, are they able to answer? Who will answer? Who has received? If I didn't pay attention, I don't know what is being taught, how can I answer? I need to study. So responding means answer back. If a child has learned something, if a child has listened to you entire class, then only he or she would be able to answer your question. That is means respondent. He is able to respond. Okay? The student actively participates in the learning process, not only attends to a stimulus, the student also reacts in some way. Stimulus, what do you mean by stimulus? Response, stimulus, stimuli. Okay, stimulus, response, responding. Whatever we understand, it goes up to our mind. If we can understand, we can analyze, we can answer. And in this level, a student will reach only if he has reached up to receiving. So this is a hierarchy. Hierarchy means you are going in sequence. You cannot come directly to Guntur or somewhere. You have some routes, right? You have some particular route from where you have to go through. You cannot come back here everywhere. So you cannot jump up to responding without coming up to receiving. So it all are interrelated. The moment you have received, you will start responding. So be willing, react. How will you identify that the student is responding? He is willing. Who will pay attention in the classroom? Who will be? It is all about the willing. React. The moment you will ask question in between the class, you ask some questions. The students who are paying attention, they will reply, and who are not paying attention, they will not reply. Then be satisfied to respond, be motivated to respond. Motivated, you have to motivate the child. If he or she is motivated, then only they will react, they will respond. Next. Next is value. What do you mean value? Valuing. Whatever the matter you have taught in the classroom, what is the value of that? Some students they ask you blueprint. Sir, blueprint bata dejiye. Question they देते exam. That means entire session whatever you taught there is no value for you. He is asking for the important questions. Right? He is asking for the revision questions that is sure to come in the exam. And they will work out those questions only. So value means the student attaches a value to an object, phenomenon or a piece of information. The student associates a value or some values to the knowledge they acquired. Whatever the knowledge they acquired, I taught them honesty is the best policy. What does it mean? That you should be honest every time to everyone. Now he started valuing this statement that honesty is the best policy. Our teacher taught us today that we must be honest. That means your students have valued your statement. Correct? No. Strongly associated with the topic, demonstrate commitment to a certain value. And if he is not valuing, if I do not value my national anthem, I will not stand up while it goes on. Because I don't value it. I will not value people, whether he or she is the principal, I will not stand up, I will keep on doing my work. I will not please anyone because I don't have a priority value. Okay? Value means that you are able to prioritize the things. Valuing the things. You don't give value. So this counts. Many examples are there. Value we can understand. Next is organization. Organization is organizing. The student can put together different values, information and ideas and accommodate them with his or her own schema. Schema, the term comes in when you study Jean Piaget's cognitive development, you will come across schema. Schema means some points, like some objectives, like comparing, relating, and elaborate on what he has been learned. Suppose you have doubt that someone has carried some color during Holi in the classroom, and you told one monitor, go and search the bags of everyone. Now he found some color in his best friend, in the bag of his best friend. So, will he tell the teacher, or he will tell the teacher, or he will not tell the teacher, inform the teacher that this student has brought color? Then he will organize, he will think, if I inform the teacher, then my friend will be punished, and I might be beaten outside the school. So he is able to organize whether I should inform the teacher or not. There are two things. So he is able to organize. He is able to decide, prioritize his work. So organization is that prioritize different values without conflict, emphasis, prioritize to other people. So he will not inform because he is the best friend of him. He never wants his best friend to be punished. So he will not inform the teacher. In spite of he has found colors in his bag. So he has attained up to this level, organization. That means you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize the work. Suppose you have been invited in two parties same day. So you have to think where I should go, which party should I attend. One is your uncle's daughter's marriage, and one is your own brother's marriage. Then in which marriage will you go? So you have to decide. So when you are able to decide things like this, you have attained up to this level. You have reached up to this organizational level. Now the last one is characterization by value set. This is the top level in the affective domain, and you can see that whatever the levels we have discussed here, all are related to the emotions and feelings. Is it not? Is it correct or not? Affective domain tells you or explains you that how a student, how a learner manages to control his feelings or emotions. Example like a characterization by value set, the student at this level tries to build abstract knowledge, completely internalize his or her value and behave in accordance with the practice, predictable in his or her behavior and supporting these values. Let his or her value system control behavior. If a student attains or reaches up to this level, then he will be able to control his emotion. He will not, if you scold a child, he will not go home and complain to the parents. He will not go and complain to the parents because he understood why I have been scolded, why I have been thrown out of the class, because I did something that I am not supposed to do. That means he has reached up to this level. He is characterizing the things. The teacher who punished me is not a bad teacher, because I have understood that I have made a mistake. I have done something wrong. That is why I have been punished. That means he is able to characterize the value. What was the purpose of scolding? I understood. So we cannot expect this level at school up to class 10 because some students have not reached up to this level, and we can expect it from the upper level because it is the top level of domain, subdomain of affective domain. Okay? So this is the So we will be having a short break of 15 minutes. Then we will come back to continue the session. Thank you all for your presence. Welcome back everyone. So we are on the verge of completion. There are some. I want to show you one video where a little girl, how this video will elaborate Bloom's taxonomy of the cognitive stages. Just try to understand it. So, how this small clip explain the different subdomains of cognitive domain. So there are two characters, Joy and Bing Bong. Bing Bong was the animal and Joy was that little boy. And how he cope up with the situation? The situation was the vehicle they were on. The louder you will sing, the vehicle will go fast. So they had to understand the situation. First of all, they did not understand that I have to go up to the mountain, and gradually they started understanding the situation or the knowledge they gathered that this vehicle will go fast as we sing out. Then it came to the comprehension, understanding level. They understood the importance of the song. In between we have seen that they were not able to go up to that mountain. Now application. They applied the knowledge in order to get into the situation. Now the evaluation. Evaluation means they thought that the level we are singing, it is not louder. We have to go more louder so that the speed of the vehicle will more faster. So at the end of the video, we have seen that Joy succeeded and Bing Bong dropped from the mountain because Bing Bong was not able to cope up with the situation, he did not understand or he was not able to evaluate. So he did not create. And Joy crossed the mountain and he succeeded, and it shows that how we solve our problem, we need to understand the situation, and according to the situation, we should make plan. So how a teacher makes a plan? It's a lesson plan, very important thing. Lesson plan is a very important tool for the teachers. Whatever the lesson we are going to teach, there should be a planning. We have to give them knowledge. We have to make them understand. We have to make them able to apply. We have to make them able to evaluate. And lastly, finally, after getting all those things, how they would be able to create. So this is all about the subdomains of we have discussed till now, cognitive domain and the affective domain, and the last one is psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain, as in the beginning I have discussed, there were three H: head, heart, and hand. So head onward was the cognitive domain, heart was affective domain. Now this is the term of hand. So the hand. The function we do with the hand, like a writing skill. Writing skill plays crucial role. If your writing is good, you will be appreciated everywhere. So how to improve the writing skill of the children, and how to make them practice, and how to we are not here only to teach them. We are here, we should also make them learn how to see. How to attain a good posture, correct posture while sitting in the computer lab, while sitting in the classroom. What should be our posture? If you do not maintain your posture, you will be having n numbers of problems. Why we should tell the student walk tallest, sit tallest? So we always tell like the psychomotor objective is specific to physical function. Reflex actions and body movement to interpret information and learn. It implies that physical activity supports or is a vector for cognitive growth and furthering knowledge or skills. The learner uses physical action to achieve a cognitive or affective objective. There is a popular saying, health is wealth. And one more is, healthy mind resides in a healthy body. Why do we call it? Healthy mind resides in a healthy body. Generally, you see a child who studies a lot. The bodily structure is not good. It is fine. He is not caring for food. He always keeps on studying. So, if you think that, so these all three domains are interrelated. You cannot imagine without anyone. So, these are the part and parcel of learning or attaining learning objective. So, there are also some levels of psychomotor domain. We will take one by one. So, this is the hierarchy of psychomotor domain. Is that correct? Okay. So, the first subdomain is imitation. Imitation is another synonym of copy. A child, when is nursery or below the nursery, he always imitate others. He learns after imitation. Right. So we say that a teacher is a role model for the students. The way you will behave. You don't think that only you are teaching with the books. The students are also learning from your behavior. And it's a very effective how you behave in the class, what kind of environment you are creating in the classroom. So environment plays a crucial role. In psychomotor domain, imitation means at this level the learners will directly copy action seen, replicate what's rightly observed. Whatever they observe, they copy. Suppose there is a child whose parents always they quarrel each other, abuse each other. So what the student will learn? He will learn some of the abuses and start saying, start uttering. In spite of knowing the meaning of that wrong word or the abuse, he will start using because they know that my parents are using. So the environment plays a very crucial role. You have to think, you are bound to think that whatever we are going to do, whatever action you will reflect in the classroom in front of the students, they are going to copy it. So we must take a very good care of our actions, behavior, because their minds are a plain paper, blank paper. And whatever they observe, whatever they see, they copy. Today I am doing this, tomorrow they will copy it and they will start doing like that. So this is directly a copy action. So we should always take a very good care of ourselves. Example, along his her own car seat, align his or her own car seat exactly as advised by the driver instruction. There are some instructions like no smoking. No smoking means this is a prohibition, you have to not to smoke. So you will see and copy. So you not to smoke. So there are some instructions that are the things, behavior which is related to study or learning, they directly copy and they learn and they observe and they show, display. Exhibit the same. So this is the next is manipulation. Manipulate, this word is very much, familiar. How we manipulate things. The word is taken in negative terms, manipulate. If I say something, it will be manipulated, something else. this is a level manipulation. At this level, the learner will reproduce activity by instruction, reproduce activity by memory. Example: look into the back and side mirror every time intend to take a turn. What does it mean? Look into the back and side mirror every time intend to take turn. That means some instruction that you have to understand. You are not just copying. Are you getting or not? You are not just copying. You have to apply your mind. That what is there written. So manipulation means like imitation here only you are copying. You can understand the first level knowledge where the student only marks up. He does not understand. Imitation is same. You are just copying. If someone is abusing, you start abusing. You don't know the meaning of that abuse, the word the person used. You are just imitating. Manipulation means you are applying your mind. This is one step up. You are able to manipulate. You are able to understand what the instruction is all about. So these are come under manipulation that reproduce activity by memory. While going, you know your route, how to go to home. You have to take 3 turns. Then you have kept in your mind. Suppose one day you have to go from another route. Then you will not take 2 turns, 3 turns. You will have to take some other turns and all. So it will come under manipulation. You are not just coping, you are not just keeping in mind that I have to take 3 turns. If the route will change, what will you do? Will you take 3 turns? You don't know. So, imitation and manipulation. Imitation, it does not apply your mind. While manipulation, you have to use your mind in order to read and understand the instruction what you are given, and whatever the instruction will be given, it should be understood. Next is precision. Precision means the accuracy. How much you are accurate. At this level, the learner will execute skill independent of help. Means at this level, you are able to, a student, a learner is able to precise. Precise means he wants to become accurate. Whatever I have done, it is correct or not. You have the ability to judge. You are not depending on others. That he said to me that I have to take 3 turns to reach home. Now I have to judge whether I am able to judge that the person who located me, is it right or wrong. That means the student has reached up to this level, precision. Like example, slow the car down in anticipation of area light without being instructed. Examples are very, slow the car down in anticipation of area light without being instructed. Area, that should be area. So, this is related to your hand. The moment you, suppose you are driving a car, you are driving a bike, and you enter into a dark place. Automatically, your hand will lower down the speed. It will come automatically. Like it will come simultaneously. Your brain is working. Your hand and brain both have the connection. So you are able to precise things. The moment the power cuts, what you do? You start searching something to light up. That means you are able to just you are not taking help of others. You are applying your mind beautifully, and you are just trying to cope up with the situation. Next is articulation. What do you mean by the word articulation? Articulation means it can be decoration, it can be organized, it can be organization. At this level, the learner will adapt expertise to complete a non-standard object. Expertise, like you have skill of making or cooking some good dishes. Skill. So at this level, you have attained a skill. Like some have the skill of drawing, singing. Talent, it is called talent. You are trying to become a singer. And some people are already born singers, they are able to sing well. So articulation means, example, stop behind a parked car to give away to an incoming vehicle without a search. The hunger, combination of hand and brain. While in the traffic, if there is no signal, there is no signal. So from the four sides the vehicle will come. So you need to understand that if all vehicles will come at one time from the four directions, the passage will be blocked. So what we need to do? We need to clear some passage so that vehicle can go easily. So these are some psychomotor domain, and articulation means stop behind a parked car to give away to an incoming vehicle without instruction. Here you are not having instruction for every time. You have instruction for every word. That when you will go down, when you will go up, when you will go to sleep. Every time you are not getting instruction. Do you get instruction to get up in the morning? Do you get instruction to go for washroom? It comes naturally. Do you get instruction to talk to a person? So every time you are not getting instruction. Whenever you will get instruction, you will follow. So it is not like that. In articulation stage, you have, we can say, the common sense. You have developed your common sense at this level. You understand that in this way we can manage, we can cooperate. If some people are not able to cooperate, that means he is not articulated, he is not managed, he is not able to manage. Okay. The next one is naturalization. At this level, the learner will automate skills. Unconscious mastery skills, like a pass of practical driving test by independently driving satisfactorily. We know that in order to get a driving license, you have to go through some steps. Like first of all, you will be given learner license. That means you are learning how to drive. And after some period of time, you will get the license. Because you have been judged that you are now able to drive a car or bike properly according to rule, and now you are able to follow all the rules naturally, because every time you will not be given instruction to how to take U-turn and how to take left turn. So here unconscious mastery skill. Unconscious means it comes naturally. Naturalization or characterization. Are you getting? So articulation, naturalization. Naturalization means at this level the learner will automate it. Automate means it will come naturally. So here is we are going to squeeze the matter. Why use Bloom's taxonomy? In the beginning of the session, I discussed that Bloom's taxonomy plays a very crucial role in the world of education for different stages of learning. Objectives, hearing goals are important to establish in a pedagogical interchange so that teachers and students alike understand the purpose of that interchange. Like we use the word transaction, classroom transaction. So here is not a transaction of money. The transition of the education, how we go for classroom transition, objective learning goals. So how we achieve the learning goals, how to achieve learning goals by going all through the Bloom's taxonomy. How Bloom's taxonomy teaches us to organize objectives, helps to clarify objectives for themselves and for students. Having an organized set of objectives helps teachers to plan and deliver appropriate instruction, design valid assessment tasks and strategies, and ensure that instruction and assessment are aligned with the objective. So instruction and assessment. What kind of instruction? What kind of learning objective you have set? What do you need your children when they will come out from this school? How much knowledge they should have? How he or she is able to cope up with this competitive world? What is your role? So here we have one more video in which this will be a recap of Bloom's taxonomy. How we have understood the situation. Bloom's taxonomy is a toolbox that teachers or students can use to classify.
Toolbox that teachers or students can use to classify and organize learning objectives. Its most popular version is based on the cognitive domain and assumes that learning should be structured from easy to difficult in the following 6 steps. 1. Remember. 2. Understand. 3. Apply. 4. Analyze. 5. Evaluate. 6. Create. On the first level, we learn to remember. There is just rote memorization and recollection of facts without much understanding. For example, if we learn about lemons, we want to remember the name, shape, color, size, and that they are sour. Once we've memorized these essentially meaningless facts, we move to the second level of learning. On level 2, we learn to understand. We begin to decode information and learn that a lemon is yellow when it's ripe to eat, and if we take a bite, then it's really super sour. We also understand that lemons love sunshine and that they contain lots of vitamin C, which is a great natural antioxidant that keeps us healthy. Now, as we really understand the lemon, we can work with it. On the third level, we apply what we know. We've understood that while lemons are sour, they are also a great provider of vitamin C. To apply this knowledge in a meaningful way, we could boil a lemon into hot water and add some honey, then serve this hot lemon to our sick sister who's in need of treatment. On the fourth level, we learn to analyze. This involves examining and breaking down information into components, determining how the parts relate to one another, and finding evidence to support generalizations. We study the lemon flesh, examine the skin, and look at levels of vitamins. We conclude that we can eat everything inside, while the skin tastes bitter and contains traces of toxic pesticides. It ought not to be consumed. Now we are ready to evaluate. We analyze, critique, and compare. To evaluate our lemon as a good source of vitamins, we compare it to other sources, such as oranges and supplements. We look at the following properties: vitamin levels, affordability, taste, and packaging waste. If we evaluate our thoughts critically and without bias, we learn where the lemons score high and where others score higher. Now, after we have learned, understood, applied, analyzed, and evaluated, we are ready to create. As we now really understand lemons, also in comparison to similar things, we can formulate a plan to create our own natural lemonade. It's now easy to come up with a cute shop design, a good name, and a good slogan: natural, healthy, yummy. Bloom's taxonomy was first created in 1946 by American psychologist Benjamin Bloom. The revised version from 2001, as just presented, serves as the backbone of many teaching philosophies, particular those that aim towards teaching specific skills. Each level usually comes with a clear learning objective that can be tested. Critics of taxonomy often question the existence of a sequential, hierarchical link between each level. What are your thoughts? Please share them in the comments below.
So it was all the recap of Bloom's taxonomy, and here we need to the video shown you a very small example of lemma. If we teach a student some fruits or vegetables, then we should show him. Then what is the expectation? What do we expect if we go to class 1 and show it a lemma? Then what do we expect? What kind of knowledge a student can get? He will see the lemma, he will see the shape, he will see the color, and he will taste it. It can be served. So, in this way, we can also understand various videos I have shown, and in order to make the things crystal clear in front of you, how to understand, because the PDF and all the words cannot make you understand everything. And a picture or a video, we say that a picture speaks 1,000 words. So when you see the picture, when you are able to show them a video or picture to the student in spite of just going through the books, so they will be able to more, they will be more fruitful, they will be more understandable to the students. Now at the end of the domains, create what did we see? We saw that he was able to create something, like he has created some soft drink with the help of lemon, because he came to know that lemon has a great amount of vitamin C, and it is very useful in treating some diseases. It is very useful to detoxification of the human body. It helps in maintaining the good metabolism. So if you are able to deliver this kind of knowledge to the student, if a student is able to understand that what is the benefit, what is the use, application, and now if you are able to make them create something new, that means you are successful in teaching and you have followed all the steps given by respected Benjamin Bloom, and it should be a Bloom taxonomy in place of Bloom's taxonomy. So this is the end of the session. There is a